So I've been thrifting home decor my whole life practically. And in this video, I'm going to show you some thrifted pieces that I have purchased probably over the last few months. Some of the clips you are seeing here are clips that I have already shown you, but I wanted to just give you a little refresh on some of the things that I thrifted and have not had a chance to style and or use in my home yet. So what this video is going to do is just show you what I've purchased and how I am cleaning some of these items. A lot of people ask me how I clean baskets, so I'm going to show you that today. And then also a few little tricks on how to get some of those pesky little stickers off of your home decor that come from the thrift store as well. So as you have seen in the beginning of this video, we purchased that basket, and then I purchased those two little napkins, and I'm going to show you what I do with those. But here you can see that I am picking up another one of these little Crocs. Today I'm going to be using this in not a very aesthetic way, but a more practical way, just to give you some ideas on things can be thrifted for practical purposes as well, and not everything has to be, beautiful and bright and used just as decor. Now, will I probably move that around later on in the future? Probably yes, because I'm known to do that. And then I also pick up this bottle here, and I'm going to also be using this in kind of a different way. When I originally purchased it, I thought I was going to be using it one way, but in today, you are going to be seeing that I'm using it in kind of a different way. And then this pewter bowl is absolutely beautiful and goes with my primitive style country home decor. So I love that, and I'll show you where I'm using that as well. Now, let's get into cleaning some of these items, and we're going to start with the basket first. A lot of people do not know that you can actually wash and clean your baskets because they can be very dusty. There can be critters hidden in them. So you just have to be really, really careful. I normally keep my baskets like outside or on a back porch for days before I ever bring them in and, clean them up and use them in my home decor or for practical reasons, which is what I'll be doing today. Lightly kind of scrub it. Don't really scrub it hard because you can really mess a basket up. So I just give it with a really little light brushing, like with a really soft brush, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Wash it with a little bit of soap and water, rinse it off really good, shake off as much water as you can, and let it sit out in the sun for a full day to dry. Now we're going to move on to these napkins that I absolutely love. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak one of these for y'all first in a little bucket here of the OxiClean for like whites. And I want to show you in a clip the next day that I film the difference. And it's going to be really hard for y'all to tell. It just does not show up really well on camera. But soaking that one overnight in that OxiClean made it so white, like crisp, kind of white. So I get the other one washed later in that day. But I just wanted to show you some little things you can do to clean your linens from the thrift store, especially if they are white. Soak them in some OxiClean. And then I just ran this through the washing machine the next day. I'm just showing you here that I'm going to put this one to the side so that we can compare the two the next day. The other three items we are just going to wash as normal, and then I'm going to show you what we're doing with them. But what I wanted to share with you is a couple of different ways you can get these annoying little stickers off. Now, I have shown, honestly, the cheapest way that you can get these off is just extremely hot water and then a soap and scrub it after you get it off. Sometimes you can peel these things and they will come right off. But I'm going to show you on this one, it's probably not going to work, and it's going to leave a little bit of something behind. This one's actually coming up pretty easy, so I don't think this one will be the greatest example. But as you can see, it happens to everybody. You think the sticker's about to come off easy, and then you start running into this problem right here. That's why I really, really just prefer hot, like screaming hot water. And because this kind of has a little bit of a lip around it, what I'm going to do is get this water. So
Sorry, I didn't think about that. Y'all might not be able to hear me. I'm going to get this water as hot as I can, lay this down, and I'm going to let that hot water just sit on that for just a few minutes. And then I'm going to show you just how easy it is to peel these stickers off. While we're waiting on that one to soak, I'm going to show y'all something else that you can do. So if you have a glass or something like this, it is hard to soak this sticker unless you run, you know, a whole full sink full of hot water, or you have something like this little tub over here that is hopefully stripping our little napkin. So what I like to do to get these stickers off, because again, you can try to peel it and sometimes they will just come right off, but what I have found is that these Goodwill stickers, they just end up doing that every time. So what I like to use, and you can get this at TJ Maxx or Walmart or anywhere, this brand that you're going to see that I'm using, I don't buy from this company anymore, but I already have these on hand, so this is what I'm going to use. And honestly, lemon essential oil is probably the best if you are just impatient or you just need to get this sticker off in a hurry and get it cleaned up. Use you like a citrus essential oil. Like this one is citrus fresh. This one is orange. I am out of lemon. And like I said, I'm not buying from this company anymore. So I don't have any until I find another company that I want to use. And so basically all you do is take your oil, just put a couple drops on your sticker and rub it on. Just rub it all over this sticker. And I've never used the citrus fresh, so I'm be interested to see how this one works. But you want to just rub it on that sticker and let this sit, you know, just a couple of minutes. This doesn't have to sit as long as like the hot water does. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the glue loosened up so you can peel this off. Because even what happens a lot of times with the hot water is the hot water, you can peel like the top part off, but then you're left with like still that sticky residue. Where these oils, they don't do that. So when you use an oil like this, an essential oil of some kind, even if you just buy one to get stickers off, it's not going to leave that sticky residue behind. This is going to just slide right off. So we'll give that just a couple of minutes to sit, and then I'll meet back up with y'all and show you how easy it comes off. I'm trying to get y'all a little bit closer so you can see how this sticker comes off. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this off. And even when I just use really hot water, I still have to put a little bit of elbow grease behind this and kind of scrape some of the, you know, the residue, of the sticky part off, which is fine. I mean, because you can get it off. It's not a big deal. Just use your fingernail, or I have this little Pampered Chef scraper, just anything like that, you know, just making sure not to scratch your whatever you're taking it off of. This one, it don't really matter because it's on the bottom, but you might be trying to get it off of something that, you know, that really matters to you. So just be careful. And then just take your fingernail or whatever and scrape that sticky stuff off. And then what I like to do is just get me some kind of little scrub brush and get any of the little stubborn pieces off. This is not for my dishes. I use this to clean like thrift store pieces and stuff. So this is why I say when you just use water, and that's not even with any soap. So that is just with hot water, no soap. There you go. We got all the sticky stuff off. I'm trying to get where it's not a shadow, but it's not going to let me. Let's see if that's the problem. Yes. All right. So it was right over here. There's no sticky stuff. And that was just getting the sticker off with hot water. Now I'm going to finish washing this in just a minute. So it's probably been, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. Let me just see if I can peel this off now and see if it comes off easy. I don't hardly have any fingernails now, so it's hard for me to get a hold of this stuff. But I can tell already, and I definitely want to get closer. This is why I love using the oils. And somebody did tell me that Goo Gone works pretty good on this. But it's not my favorite. I've used it once before, and I really didn't. It wasn't my favorite, but it is an option for you. So let's just get on this corner over here. And that's how I can just determine if this is ready to come up without leaving any residue on it, is I just kind of get one corner and just slowly start pulling. Can you see that? This is not leaving any residue, any sticky, gluey residue behind at all. And that is the beauty of using the oil to get stickers off of things. Look at that. It just comes off so easy, so beautiful, and no sticky residue at all. So let's get this washed up and I'll show you what I'm doing with this also. Now these can be tricky to clean because it's hard to get down in there. So just take your brush, start washing, getting things, you know, clean as you can. I like to wash the outside as well as the inside because again, you don't know what this has been used for. And this also gives you a chance, in case you're wanting to put something liquid in it, this gives you a chance to make sure there are no cracks or leaks anywhere before you put something, you know, liquidy that's expensive in it and then lose it because there's some kind of crack or tiny little hole. Well, I'm going to pour out just a little bit of this, lock it down, and shake. Now I have taken before a like a little rag or something and put it down in there and tried to do it that way. This is not going to fit down in there. So it's really, really hard to get these good and clean. And I have just found that doing it this way works good for me. Okay, and I'm going to take another step to sanitize this because it is hard to get down in there and clean. I am going to take some white vinegar and I'm going to fill this halfway up with white vinegar. And then I'm going to fill it up the rest of the way with hot water. Kind of shake it up and let it sit overnight. Shake it up and let this sit and sanitize in this all night.
Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today, seeing how I use these previously thrifted pieces in and throughout my home. We hope y'all have a wonderful evening. We love y'all, and I'll see you really soon with a brand new video.